Wizard of Lies is a TV movie directed by Barry Levinson and stars Robert De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer. The film is about Bernie Madoff and the Ponzi scheme that cost his clients billions of dollars. When I first heard of this film, I had no idea who Bernie Madoff was, but after watching this, he is an interesting character, to say the least. To clear a few things up, this is a television movie made by HBO, so the quality of this movie isn't up to the standards of a film you would see at the cinemas. So while watching this does feel like a very long episode of an HBO show. But honestly, this movie was actually good. Like, it's not a perfect movie, again, it's made for TV, but for the most part, this was a good film. Now, I do have a lot of positive things I want to say about this, but I want to get my negative stuff out of the way first. This is a story that might not interest a few people. In fact, within the first few minutes, I wasn't really getting into the story as it really didn't interest me, but the more the film went on, it did get better, but the opening did a poor job of getting me into the story. In fact, the cinematography isn't that mind-blowing. Like, the cinematography in the film is just standard, like it's nothing special. So that's all my negative stuff out of the way. What did I like about this film? Easily, my favorite thing in this film are the performances. Everyone does a phenomenal job, especially Robert De Niro, who I think gives the best performance I've seen from him in quite a while. In fact, the performances is what kept me interested in watching the rest of the film. Every actor plays their roles brilliantly, and I have to give props to Robert De Niro for playing a character that, in everyone's eyes, is the most despised character. And while at points this film does feel slow, it's never boring once. The film is paced just right that it still maintains your interest. And you really feel for some of these characters, because with what Bernie Madoff did, his entire family suffers, and we get to see the hardships his family goes through in this film. And that's one of the things I liked about this film. This film has great emotion to it. Like, you feel for some of the characters, but you despise the others. And I think director Barry Levinson does a good job. Like, this is the same director who did Rain Man, and he did a great job of conveying emotion in that film as well. And at points, this film does become a little hard to watch, as like I said, Bernie Madoff's family suffers in this film, and it's quite brutal to watch. Overall, this was a good film. And while the problems are there, like the cinematography isn't amazing, the editing is a bit choppy at points, and while this does feel like a longer episode of an HBO show, this film does have some good stuff in it. Like I said, the performances make this movie. Robert De Niro gives the best performance I've seen from him in quite some time. The writing kept me interested in the story, and while this is a slow movie, like I said, it's never boring. It finds that sweet spot that keeps you interested in what is going on. And while this is a TV movie, it's one of the better TV movies I've seen in a while. So if you get the chance, this is definitely worth a watch. And I'm gonna give The Wizard of Lies a 7 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. As always, I'm NETX5. Thank you so much for watching.